Hello, welcome to History Quest, where we take fascinating journeys into the past. Today we'll be exploring why 536 AD was the worst year to be alive. It began when a peculiar fog enveloped the European continent, shrouding the sun in a blue haze. Europe, the Middle East and parts of Asia were plunged into darkness 24 hours a day for 18 months. The widespread dust veil event caused temperatures to plummet, ushering in the iciest decade of the past 2,000 years. Snow fell in summer, and there was widespread crop collapse from Ireland to China, resulting in mass famine. Irish chronicles report a 3-year failure of bread. Those who survived the long, cold blackness were met with even more horror in the years to come. The chilly gloom may well have precipitated an epidemic of bubonic plague, known as Justinian's Plague, which swept through the Mediterranean in AD 541, costing up to 100 million lives. This series of events was cataclysmic, according to Michael McCormack, a medieval historian and archaeologist. He recently reported to Science magazine that the year 536 was the beginning of one of the worst periods to be alive, if not the worst year. It is only now that scientists are starting to understand the real causes of the mysterious doomsday clouds which descended over Europe in the first place. McCormack and his colleagues from the US and UK and Germany believe they finally uncovered the answer through their ice core extracted from the Swiss Alps, which contained more than 2,000 years' record of microscopic historical residues. Particles of dust, metal and airborne elements frozen at various levels of the 235-foot or 72-metre long ice plug reveal how the atmosphere over Europe changed throughout the past 2 millennia, reflecting the activities of both nature and humans. Sulfate deposits showed that a huge volcanic eruption in Iceland immediately preceded the start of Europe's long cold night. Some of the paper's co-authors have used a laser to shave ultra-thin slices of the alpine ice core for chemical analysis. The scientists separated tens of thousands of core samples, each indicating only a few days or weeks of snowfall over time, and made a detailed analysis of atmospheric elements encapsulated there. The data can indicate fascinating historical events, from natural disasters such as the Saharan dust storm to human pollution caused by mining booms. When examining samples dated to the spring of 536, the researchers discovered 2 microscopic shards of volcanic glass, which were later identified as originating in Iceland. According to the team, these intrepid shards are evidence of a massive volcanic emission that discharged a gigantic plume of ash into the sky over the northern hemisphere, blown by winds south to Europe and enveloping the sky for over a year. This finding contradicts previous research which has suggested that a volcanic eruption in what is now the western United States may have been the cause of Europe's long night. Study co-author Christopher Lovelock, an archaeologist at the University of Nottingham in the UK, backs the Iceland hypothesis. Iceland is a lot closer to Britain and northwest Europe than California, which means that the impact of this eruption at the time on climate in these areas would have been much greater than previously thought, Lovelock claimed. It would have made places very cold very quickly, and would have been most felt in Britain and places in northwestern Europe. The consequences for these areas would have been immediate, with an increased likelihood of famine and ill health due to poor crop yields. The researchers also found indicators of 2 later volcanic eruptions in the year 540 and 547. According to their study, the toxic overload from the 3 eruptions in a row created more devastation than simply blocking the sun and cooling the earth. It may well have sent Europe into a lifeless decline that lasted 100 years. Luckily, Europe's dark and deadly downturn eventually passed. By the year 640, Samples from the Alpine ice core indicate evidence of a new type of airborne particle, lead, released from the industrious activity of a silver smelting boom. According to Lovelock, the renewed demand for silver reveals an economy reviving in the gloom of a starving, disease-ridden Europe, and the rise of a growing merchant class keen to trade in the precious metals. This would lead into a new age of prosperity. Thanks for watching History Quest. If you enjoyed this video, why not hit the like button and subscribe? Until next time, bye.